Why are we up here?
We're up here basically to get a shot of one of my mates doing a trick on the quarter.
And is this one of your favourite setups for a shot?
It is, yeah. It's all to do with the fisheye lens and stuff like that. I just shoot on top of the ramp because it gives it a weird perspective on stuff.
Okay, so with your setup, why are you using the umbrellas?
The umbrellas I'm using on top of the ramp close to the rider, just sort of because it's more softer light and stuff like that. Yep. It gives it a nice sort of effect on him.
Okay, better than just using a flash?
Yeah, because the normal flash, I think it gives like hard shadows sort of thing on stuff, so it's not very good for what I really want to try and do.
What camera are you using today?
It's a Nikon D70S.
Okay, and what lens have you got?
It's a fisheye 10.5mm lens.
And why have you chosen that one again for this shot?
It's just basically for the sort of shots that I want to get and stuff like that. It gives a weird perspective on the angles and stuff. So
will it look good from being up here, do you think?
It looks better from being up here because it sort of, you can get the rider more in the sky sort of thing. The fisheye gives such a weird perspective on stuff that I really like using it.
How do you go about taking the photo? Do you track the rider or do you just wait till they're in frame?
It depends really. I roughly put the camera at the composition that I want to get and stuff like that, and then I wait for him to get into the shot and I see how high he's going to be roughly, and I can judge it a little bit by moving the camera up a tiny bit, and it helps to get him at the top of the frame and then the ramp at the bottom.
Right, okay.
So a bit of both.
So with this overall composition, what will you be looking for?
Just basically to frame the rider as much as I can in the sky and the ramp, just in shot at the bottom of the frame.
How did you get into the photography side?
The photography side was more about the magazines and stuff like that. I was obviously riding BMX at the time and looking at the BMX mags and just seeing these wild, crazy pictures that I'd always like to imitate, sort of thing, stuff like that. So it's just basically went from there, yeah. And
earlier you also had a near miss because you get so close. Are you always trying to get in the closest shot and people going over you? And
when you're using the fisheye lens and stuff like that, it's if you stand too far away from it, you sort of get a bit too much in, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So you've got to get really close into them and stuff like that. So that's probably why.
So if you could have any kit in the world, what would you want?
It would be a Nikon D300 that I'd want, and a few more pocket whizzes and a few more flashes.
Why the Nikon D300?
The D300, I've just heard a lot of stuff about it. I've read up a lot about it, and it's looking to be a really good camera.